Hello everyone, welcome to Life Coach Lessons. Today I will be giving you tips on living successful and purposeful lives in only 3 to 5 minutes. I'm Scott Miller, a certified retirement life coach from Hixon Zuercher Capital Management. Well, hello everyone and welcome to episode number 28 of Life Coach Lessons. We're in the month of December and we're going to be talking about the topic of physical health. Physical health is actually the number one topic in many surveys that I've seen of people in the second half. It's their biggest concern. They want to live a healthy lifestyle in the second half of their lives. And I probably would group mental health into that also. We're actually in January going to be looking at questions concerning mental health. But here in the month of December, we're going to talk about physical health. So this is a big concern among most of you who are in the second half of your life. So I want to give you some suggestions today as we look at a question about longevity. And the question goes something like this: will I live to be 100 years old? Well, the answer to that question is maybe. None of us know that, right? But it is certainly possible for you to live to be 100. I know that it's hard to maybe grasp, to think about. Years ago, we always thought the benchmark was 90. If you made it to 90, that was something extremely special. Now the benchmark is really at about 100. And in fact, if you're between the age of 50 to 70, you have about a 10 to 15% chance that you're going to live to be 100. Now, scientists have told us that about 30% of the aging process is genetics. So that's out of your control. That has to do with family history and all of that. But a little over 2/3, about 70%, has to do with health behaviors. And those are well within your control. So that's what I want to talk about today as we think about, hey, can I live to be 100? I want to give you 5 different health behaviors that I really feel like are well within your control. All right, number 1 is the idea of exercise. I've said this many times in Life Coach Lessons, and in Refocus Coaching, we talk a lot about this. And we really talk about the idea of just moving. You'll hear me in the month of December say this several times as we do other episodes. We just need to move. We just need to move our bodies. And we're going to talk in more extensively in other episodes about what that looks like. Secondly, nutrition. Just eating healthy. We actually have an episode coming up in episode number 30 that's actually going to address this whole idea of nutrition. So I won't say a lot about that in this, but we just need to eat healthier diets. We don't do this very well actually here in America. We have a lot of unhealthy things that we consume. And so just being careful about our daily consumption is really, really important to our overall physical health. And then thirdly, I've mentioned this already, mental health. That plays into this whole idea of physical health also. And just really how we manage stress in our lives. Stress so often can just paralyze us. Therefore, we don't move, we don't do physical activity, we don't interact with others. So how we manage stress and being healthy mentally is really, really important. And that's tied into our physical health. And then fourthly, social connections. We just got done with 2 months in October and November of really talking about questions related to the idea of relationships and how important that is. And that has to do and leads to good physical health also when we have good, healthy relationships and social connections. And remember, it's not just the quantity of relationships, but it's also the quality of relationships that we have. And then fifthly, don't smoke. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. We know there's tons of data out there that shows us how harmful smoking can be to our health overall. So hopefully this has been helpful for you as we kind of get started into this topic of physical health in the month of December. If you have any other questions or comments about this topic or just want to connect with me, you can email me at smeller@hzcapital.com. I'd love to hear from you and connect with you. And remember to live a more meaningful and purposeful life today.